Hi, I'm Ben Van Devender. This is my daughter Hope. Today we have the new Bruin 345 in Muddygirl Camo, and we're going to be installing the new crank cocking system. To start with, you grab this buttstock attachment. You will split it in two. You want the safety latch pointing down. Fasten it with the two holes line up in the upper slot of the buttstock with the opening. You'll grab your Allen set screws, place them through the holes and get them started. There are two of these. Then you want to tighten these Allen screws with the Allen key provided. Make sure they are tight. Then your actual adapter for the crank cocking device is attached solidly to your buttstock. Now we're ready to attach the actual crank to the Crossbow adapter. You're going to slide it on the rail until it locks. Then you use the adjustment knob here to lock it in place so that you get no more movement. It's rock solid. Alright, then we're going to release the actual tension of the rope with this lever here. Causes the rope to free spool. Hope, if you wouldn't mind holding this down. You will guide the rope through the groove under the buttstock. Put the latch on each side across the actual crossbow string in between the string suppressors. And once you release that lever, it is locked down and ready for you to attach your crank arm. Okay, we can attach the crank to the actual crank cocking device now, and you'll give it a clockwise rotation to start cocking the crossbow. As you can see, this is taking minimal effort. Until you hear that string catch, which it just caught. To release the crank cocking device, you will stand up, put your foot in the foot stirrup, go forward 1/2 turn to release the free spool option on the crank cocking device, and counterclockwise crank. Releasing the string, and just retrieve the string as you did when you cocked it, and you are ready to fire. So Hope, now we're ready to sight this bad boy in. Let's get over here on the rest. Alright, get your chair set up. Go ahead and sit down, make sure you can see down that scope. I'll adjust this to bring it to your height. Just hold that back in for me. Okay. All right, tell me about that. Now when you got your hand on the pistol grip, it'll help stabilize it a little bit. Get it lined up?
Yeah.
Okay. For your first shot, and about every 5 shots, you want to make sure you apply enough rail lube. That way the friction from your string on the shot is not fraying the servings on your string. This will actually help increase the life of your string on your crossbow. Rub it across the whole rail, anywhere that bolt is going to make contact. Alright. Then we're going to load a bolt. Going to make sure the off-color vein is the one inside the actual rail of the crossbow. And the good thing with these bows is they will not fire until a half-moon knock has been pushed back to release the actual safety mechanism. So that's your first safety mechanism, and your second safety mechanism is on the side here, which is a true rifle style safety.
How far is the target for our first shot, Dad?
You want to sight in your crossbow at 20 yards, Hope. And that is set at 20 yards. And you can verify that with your rangefinder. Okay. Alright, Hope, so we're going to take our first shot. You go ahead and get that scope lined up with the first set of crosshairs on the target. Once you've gotten that done, go ahead and take the safety off. There you go. And just slowly squeeze the trigger once you've got it lined up. Great. Alright. So with this right here, we hit high and left, and we're going to want to shoot the same arrow when we're actually target sighting this thing in, because each arrow can be a little bit off from the vanes or the actual weight of the arrow. So if you sight in with one single arrow, you know that you have that arrow dialed in. Alright, so we hit high and left, so we're going to have to adjust the scope. We're going to remove the actual scope adjustment covers for the up and down option and the left and right option. Now when adjusting the scope, you want to chase the point of impact with the scope. So if you hit up higher than where you aimed, you know that you need the crossbow's scope to go up, because you aimed the actual crosshairs at the target that was center, but you hit high. So we use the up adjustment, and here it says on this, all scopes will say how many clicks it takes to adjust. This is 1 click for a 1/4 inch at 100 yards. So I'm going to start off with about 25 clicks. And I will leave these off because I'm sure this will be several adjustments. When we hit left, about 1 inch, and I'm going to adjust the left direction a good 50 clicks, or about 2 full rotations. Okay, then we'll recock and get another shot going. Okay. Alright, Hope, we're going to do the exact same thing again. Get it lined up, center circle, take the safety off, don't put your fingers up on the string. That looked like a great shot. One common question a lot of guys ask when they have a Bruin is how to tighten the retention spring that holds your crossbow bolt down. And if you look underneath here, underneath the actual scope rail, there are 2 Allen screws. Loosening these screws, the front one will actually drop your retention spring down. Tightening it will loosen it up. Will bring it higher, thus creating more clearance for your crossbow bolt. The rear one will not adjust as much as the front. The main one I would play with is the front one here, and this is I would only mess with this because you do not want a lot of pressure on your crossbow bolt, as this is pushing down just enough for it to move and give clearance. Anything that's pushing down too hard on that crossbow bolt will change your point of impact down range, because it will slow that crossbow bolt down. The second biggest question we get is how to cock with your standard rope cocker. Again, there's this under rail notch right up between your buttstock and the actual scope mount underneath the stock. You will slide the rope cocker through there, attach the hooks with the open slots pointed down and the handles facing out. To do this though, you will have to stand up, put your foot through this foot stirrup, grab the actual T-handles, and slowly pull until you hear the catch of the string and the safety. At that point, the safety is auto engaged and you are ready to fire.